What's up?
For $1, that's probably something you want to buy.
It looks so old when you put it on.
This game's awesome.
It is old, but it's awesome, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
This is cool.
Because it's like a gray, like,
Wait, is this Doom?
This is the trilogy.
Oh, it's not the original one?
It's got the original on there. Oh no, it isn't even the original. It's got Ultimate Doom on there.
Oh, okay.
Ooh! This game though is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like the hunt. I used to play that, hunting the dinosaurs. It's like that
Yeah.
one that you see in the arcades.
Right.
I used to play this all the time.
I hope you know that Trespasser Jurassic Park was the GOAT game.
Could you shoot them?
Literally the GOAT game. Yeah, you had guns. It was like an attempt at the Half-Life engine, but a little bit too early.
I think your nostalgia's got the better of you. You're the only person I've ever heard that game's good.
It's the GOAT game. I look past all the flaws.
There are quite a few of those.
A survival horror, Half-Life physics, first-person shooter game set on the Lost World.
I don't know if I'll
That
pick it up
doesn't sell
though.
you, then you must have had a terrible childhood. I might have some GameCube. That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
That one, but I have a few others. Okay, cool.
We just got this game, didn't we?
We did. They got some Harvest Moon races out here as well. And we got VHSs just what I was looking for.
I sold a couple.
People somehow still buy them.
I know some people tell me that they still have their old school like TVs with the VHS player built into it. So just for simplicity, not having to hook something up to
It had to
it.
be real simple because, man, that quality would be so bad.
Yes.
I've got 2 Star Wars Bounty Hunter and Rogue Squadron.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you have a GameCube? Because I know we will play these older games.
Do not have a GameCube.
Okay, you just played them on Wii.
Yeah.
Those are some cool games.
Yeah,
I should just pick those up.
This one was like they came out with the system. I never played this. Is this game any good?
That one's really good.
That one's awesome. That one's really cool.
But personally, out of the two, I like the flight sim better.
Me too. I like especially that first battle. Oh, this is neat. For $5, Fanta. PlayStation 2 one.
Oh yeah.
Ever see that one?
I have that one. You want to pick that one up?
What would you give us if we bought everything in this pile over here?
For these guys right here?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what. What are these? These are 10. I'll do these for $7.50 each. Probably 15. So that would put it at 30. Save you $5. It's already pretty low. Because I was gonna do 5 for each of those.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna pick this up.
Actually,
This game's
Sure.
so awesome. So what is this, an expansion?
no,
Yeah.
it's a completely separate. I mean, it's after Grand Theft Auto
Standalone.
4, but it's standalone. Unfortunately, I never opened it, which was stupid of me.
You'll never see Return to that Walmart, I guess, if you wanted to.
It's true, but
If they still sell
I
it.
thought I'd eventually. Yeah, I eventually thought I'd do it.
I heard this game is pretty cool.
You have anything you want out of these three? You want these for $7.50?
I don't know, 750 though.
Let's see, because you guys were gonna do these.
And I was gonna pick this one up as well.
I don't have to have these.
So what
I have this one. Don't have the second one. Don't have this one. Never seen that before. And it's
Well-
not an only 4 GameCube game, so that means it's on PS2 and Xbox.
Well, let me see. So I said 30 for these 5, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You said $7.50 for these.
I'll tell you what. If you still do 30, I'll give you Dead Space with it, and that's
so
for
30
all
for
of us.
everything.
Yeah.
You want to do 15 a piece?
15 piece, 5 a game.
We'd have to split
It's
up
not-
Harvest Moons though.
and Spider-Mans. Well, which one would I get then?
Whichever one you want. I don't care.
Well, they're both good.
They're both-
Either way,
Harvest Moon-
either way you do it.
Harvest Moon
Unfortunately,
games
you'll waste a ton of time like playing them.
Harvest Moon games are all relatively the same, just with different
Yep.
little features here or there.
15?
Well, especially if you're
I'll
doing
do
the same
15.
console. Now, if you do a different one, like if you did 64, which that one's awesome if you could locate that one.
Do you have any DS games at all?
No,
No.
unfortunately not. I mean, I think what you have like 3, but those are the ones you all play. So.
Old stuff in pretty amazing condition.
Oh,
Yeah, those
yeah.
are pretty basic.
Donkey Kong Country 2. I got 3 the other week. That would complete the collection.
Son's
So you
walking
can
the
make me
dog.
an offer, and when he comes back, see whether he wants it. We have the game set too, so
You have the
I don't
system,
know.
but this is the game. This is only games for the system, but you have the system inside.
We'll have the system too,
Okay.
but I would imagine if he doesn't want it anymore, he would sell the systems too. But,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I have not talked to him at all, so.
What you want to just swing back by here in about 20? You think he'll be back in 20 minutes?
Yeah, he should be. Yeah,
Okay.
he's walking the dog right now.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you set these on hold for us, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes,
Okay.
and we'll talk then. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
We'll be
All
right
right.
back
Good.
then.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Pretty much everything that's there for the Wii is going together for $100.
What's the deal?
Bunch of Wii stuff and a DSi over there. It looks like.
Oh, Skylanders.
Can I go back here? Is that weird? Just to look over at that stuff.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
$1.
If you want to fish, you go for it.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. Good luck with your game.
Oh, really? With a,
That was
I
some
bought
game
I built a lower down here with it has the Daniels trigger system in it. And then the back part.
I actually had to get an attorney.
You fired all brass suit or steel casing? So
Thank
how do
you.
you do whatever?
This is DSi
If
XL.
you think you're going to need to talk to an attorney, don't wait.
Fine. The only problem is I had
Yeah.
because I bought a used is the firing pin. To replace the firing pin.
Where are the GameCube games in
I
here?
got it before noon on Saturday.
From like Mega Collection.
I'm sorry.
I played around with putting every
I'll do $3 for it.
and now it's firing Russian.
Yep, that'll match.
That's okay.
CSI's finally coming to a conclusion after like 20 years.
Oh,
Guess they're making a movie, and that's gonna be it for that show.
I don't know why they don't or never changed. Yeah, but up here, 'cause then you go to
some Xbox Live trial in there. Ugh,
That Pokemon's gonna be it.
it's not great condition.
Islanders around.
It's good. Skylanders was popular.
Oh, and then 9mm. Full size camera, single and double action.
Mario's probably the best condition out of all of them.
Is that Pokemon ruined?
Yeah,
I
looked
wouldn't-
at those HKs too.
Do you think it'll work?
You know what? Can we exchange
The Pokemon discs worked just fine. He was playing it up until we brought it out here the other day.
Oh,
I
okay.
do, but it's in the car.
Looks like something like splattered on it.
Like just water spots, because that's fun.
I think
It's not a
so.
big deal. Are you interested at all in parting anything out? Because we have a Wii U, so we don't have any use for a normal Wii. We have the new Wii, basically.
Here, let me go ahead and
You know, I kind of hate to break it up because without the games, it just, people really aren't
Well,
interested.
we're not going to take all the games.
Just a
We're
couple.
gonna take a couple.
Which games are you guys interested in?
Summertime is always a little bit slow for me to
Yeah, there's a Wii. I'm doing the whole set, the controllers, the games, the charger for the controllers, and everything for the Wii for $100 piece. So,
You want to throw those on there and just offer, like throw an offer out for
For what?
everything? This whole stack.
100 round
Oh,
This
yes,
sells
it
about
does. I
over. They don't
guarantee
have.
it works.
We're not going to sell it.
everything. I'm like, oh, I just and then I
Sorry,
had
10 a.m.
I can plug it in for you and let you check it out.
Actually, if you took those on, we'd offer $60
For all the games?
for every and the DSi, everything.
They wanted 75 just for that.
Oh, sure, they wanted it with the games, right?
Yeah.
Ruger's now making.
Why don't we try it?
Okay.
It's late.
We got the Rugers actually, the Ruger ranch rifles.
Okay, so these are the games we want.
Cool. And I went, I'm thinking,
Um,
great.
hang on a second. Jeff,
So they have Ruger 300 blackout.
are you interested in selling the game separate from the Wii, or do you want to keep it as a set to sell it?
Because we're not gonna buy all the games, just some of them.
Yeah, they sell them individually. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. I was gonna offer for
Actually,
all.
this right here kind of has to go with the.
No, I was gonna offer for everything.
Okay.
With all this stuff, I was gonna offer $60.
That's
Right
gonna be
here.
up to him.
It's 10 a.m. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna sell. It's getting kind of late.
This is the only one I won't let go for if you want to do the 60. So I want to kind of keep this one with the game set over there.
Keep it with the Wii. What do we split it at?
Yeah, these are the Wii games. The Mario game. He's gonna keep the Mario game with this set.
Pretty good value.
Yeah, well, that's
What do you want to do?
the Mario is the Wii.
I don't know how we're gonna split it though.
Nintendo thing, you know. So
I don't want to spend all my money.
it
We just
has
got
the
Super Nintendo
Wii
games
Sports,
Yeah.
on the horizon.
the original Wii Sports, the Wii Sports.
This is difficult.
Resort, two CSI, which are kind of like mystery games, they're kind of fun to play. And then the Super Mario Brothers.
Would you take?
with
We dropped off more games.
all
Would
the
you take
controllers,
for all this
everything.
stuff? Would
All
you
the
take
cables and
$40?
everything are there.
I'll do you 50 on it.
50.
$25. We're gonna have to go 25 a piece.
I don't think it's worth 50.
I love that 300 blackout.
Oh, this is the wild card for me. I don't know anything about this game.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, thank you.
Too damn hot.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it's heating up now.
Is this a pedal? Oh, these are pedals.
It's chilly at night.
Oh, it's, yeah, it was nice.
It was nice out here. I came out last night. I came out last night just to stand here in the cool.
Right?
Yeah, nice. Oh, really?
Just like out here
Yeah.
in the desert or something?
No, just had to run down the sidewalk.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, you got to watch those javelinas that come out at night.
We ran into 2 of them last night, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
alright.
they tend to like run
They
away
ran-
from you, but
As long as they don't have their babies with them, they're fine.
Yeah, a whole herd of them. The babies and everything ran in front of my daughter's car. She got up the road and totaled the street.
Oh, no.
Yeah. To avoid them, you know. If that would have been me, I would have hit
yeah.
them.
Well, she didn't. It was like totally off guard.
But it's just a lot of times reaction. You don't have any, like Game Boy, do you? You can handheld?
No, our girls are still keeping those, like the V2s and the that.
Yes.
They even have the N64 that they're still holding on to, but they don't live here anymore.
Okay, they hit the road. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy the PlayStation 2. I don't really do Sony stuff.
Oh,
Let's see
okay.
if there's
How much was the PlayStation 2?
It's $100 for everything that's in here except the suitcase.
Oh, 100?
Yeah, and if you wanted this, it's 30 extra. 'Cause I guess this
Wow.
is-
Buying this if it's cheap. $4. I might buy it. Max pay. Yeah, I'll just get PC.
Day 1, a Mac game.
What?
First good GameCube game
That game's awesome.
ever in the history of this Goodwill.
Boom.
From Bookman's, will it have its disc and stuff?
Oh,
Pick it up and flip it over. Wow,
not too bad actually.
very nice. Awesome. Well, you get that.
Thank you.
Good shit. Today we're driving.
How much is it though? There's no price on it.
Pay DVD price for $2.
This is maybe. Goodwill has found a way. Ooh, that is very scratched.
Someone got rid of it. Is the bottom alright?
I think it'd be playable. It's bad though when the top is scratched though, because that's where the data layer is, and there's no protection there. Whereas the bellow on here, there's like a plastic protective thing that you can scratch through. So, hopefully it still works.
Well, cool.
This
that
is a
someone
good card.
donated GameCube games. Another one down here. Dance Dance Revolution. Not a day 1 buy.
No.
Alright. We'll look around some more.
Did you film all this? You should film all of it.
Someone was just posting about stores
This is
liquidating entire inventories.
maybe it's all the internet stuff, or you think it's just stores that are doing it?
I don't know.
It's an interesting game. Your dog eats people.
But this is crazy when there's hundreds of these. Love to find more GameCube games. That's splendid news. Truly a first. What is going on, YouTube? White here, once again with the host of Figure It Out, Summer Fanders, and I want to thank you for dropping goo on my head once again. Tell me you were around for Figure It Out. Oh man, I'll show you through the door in a minute here.
Okay.
It was a Nickelodeon game show back in the day, and they had clues that came in like in unconventional ways, and they had to try to figure out what a phrase was. So kind of like Wheel of Fortune, but like the kids version.
It sounds like that game show was like a bunch of slime, and it's like get the flags or whatever out of certain things.
Yeah, that was like Family Double Dare and stuff.
Something like that.
It was kind of like there was like zany, like a train would come in and it would have clues as to what the phrase was, and you had to guess it.
So
and the host was randomly a hot chick that won a gold medal in the Olympics. I don't know how that But anyway, now that we've wasted 5 minutes of the video, let's get into kind of a slower. I definitely would say a slower 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming. Game of Thrones, they say winter is coming. In Tucson, it's summer is coming. And inevitably...
And winter is coming.
Well, winter's fine. Winter's nice weather here. But summer is kind of our winter. It's too hot for stuff to be going on, including garage sales. So it's not that we've been having bad luck per se. We did miss out on that Super Nintendo lot. But we've been just not finding a bunch of yeses. We've just been running into...
We did have a lot
sales.
of yeses the first week that we went out, because it's 2 weeks.
Because that was a community sale day.
We got a lot of yeses, but the prices were just stupid.
No, and it was a community sale, but it was kind of I don't know. Yeah, things just didn't go well that day. No. That Super Nintendo lot would have made the day. I think we have spy cam footage of that. I'm not positive.
I don't remember.
We didn't buy it, but it was a nice Super Nintendo lot. But the kid came home from like walking the dog and was like, "Yeah, we're not selling any of this." So we missed out on that. We did get some decent games 2 weeks ago. Last week we did nothing because it was raining.
Yep.
This previous weekend we had only one item actually at the garage sales, and then Goodwill, believe it or not, came through. And then today, which is a Monday, Craigslist came through for me in a big way. So through the trifecta of things, garage selling, Goodwill, and Craigslist, we have a big amount of pickups.
We have a video, yeah.
So hop into the very first sale we found games at. All these were out already at the sale.
Let's let you go over those three. So we got 2 Harvest Moon games over here. Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility, and this is complete and perfect condition.
Nice.
The only bummer is that I guess these things aren't worth anything at all.
Harvest Moon games?
They're, I guess, because there's so many of them nowadays.
They're fun.
You like the Harvest Moon games?
I like Harvest Moon. I don't like Animal Crossing.
I feel like they're
similar.
Harvest
Moon is almost like
Animal
an RT.
Parade.
I don't want to call it an RTS, but you're busy being productive, if you will, for your town. Okay. Whereas Animal Crossing, you're like collecting grasshoppers and stuff. It's just like,
that's true.
Who cares what
this one you're like a farmer. This one you're a farmer. I don't know what the difference between all these are. Somebody let me know. They're 4 players, I guess, somehow.
They're kind of like They're like the original Farmville if you're a young kid and you don't know what Harvest Moon is.
The original Farmville.
You go and just collect you go and collect crops, and you mine rocks and stuff, and you build up your town from the ground up. It's fun. It's a really fun pocket game, I think. Like on Game Boy or something. Pick it up and play it at the bus. I played a little bit of it back in like 7th grade on the Game Boy Advance. So all these were out at the sale.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. Sorry.
And then last one. I'm really excited about this one because I haven't seen it anywhere. Dead Space Extraction. I love the Dead Space series, and this one is kind of like the House of the Dead games.
Oh, it's a first-person shooter?
It's a first-person
light gun shooter. Okay.
So I'm really excited. A little bit scratched up, but it's just light scratches. Looks like a lot of fun, and I've heard
the story arc? Like, where is this in the story? Is this a spin-off, or is this during...
I think this is, don't quote me here, I'm just guessing from the cover, that this is the like beginning of the ship. Like you're on the ship when the shit hits the fan.
So this is the prequel, if
This
you
is
will,
like the
to game
prequel
one.
of the first one.
And
That's
then
what
he
I'm
comes
thinking.
he comes and picks up the pieces, basically.
Don't quote me on that, because nothing. It is a prequel, I guess. Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It's an all new prequel. So yeah, I was completely correct. That's exactly what this is.
So then, the main character, I forgot what his name was. He comes on the ship afterwards.
I think it's Isaac.
Isaac something, yeah, and then he
Yeah.
sees all what
He
the
sees
events
what
of this
happened
game.
after this.
But
So it's not gonna have a
fun.
happy
So
ending.
it's kind of like Halo Reach. You like know your
Yeah,
character.
exactly.
You know the characters are fucked at the beginning, but
Yeah.
it still could be a fun game. And then I believe this one was also out at the sale. Resident Evil 4.
Yep, that was out.
On PlayStation 2, and this came out well after the GameCube version.
Because it's supposed to be exclusive for GameCube.
It was. I'm not sure exactly how that contract deteriorated, but this one apparently has more content and more missions, and is a better frame rate and everything.
It's better everything. Just because they had more time to kind of remaster everything, and there was also, I believe, I'm pretty sure this version is the one that has the extra storyline.
I believe so, like a little.
It's like
a
you
little
can be
bit
her
at the end. Yeah, you can be whatever
It's like
your
a
name is,
completely
Ava or
new
whatever.
campaign.
So better everything but controls, because GameCube had a better controller, I think, than the PlayStation 2. I don't like the joysticks. I don't like the joysticks being next to each other. One should be lower than the other.
I was really used to it just because I had the PS2.
Yeah, well, so did I.
You started with the PS2?
Oh yeah, I had a PlayStation 2, GameCube, and later on an Xbox.
Oh,
once
I
Halo
only
2
had
came out.
one. I
Oh,
only
okay.
had one from every generation.
You were like a little kid back
Yeah.
in that generation. I was like middle school, so I had a little bit more money and free time to do that shit. 2 GameCube games, which are rare to see nowadays. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I have this game pretty much mint, as Bounty Hunter is in the box. Bounty Hunter's in there, so wonder what's in Bounty Hunter. Oh, I was hoping it'd be like a cool like Fire Emblem or something.
Oh God! Oh man.
So these 2 games, I don't know anything about this Bounty Hunter game.
Bounty Hunter's pretty cool.
Clearly, it was a multi-plat. Anytime I can find GameCube games nowadays, I'm happy, because they are so hard to find. Even if they're completely worthless or not fun, they're so difficult to find. You saw the footage from the Goodwill. 6 billion PlayStation 2 games, 1 million Xbox games, and 0 GameCube games. Besides these two, which were, I don't know how we got those. They were
quality titles.
Thrown off on the side. Someone bought them recently at Bookman's. We'll get to those later. So that's it for that weekend. No, it's not.
No, it's not. That one right there.
Last find. I don't remember what happened exactly. They had a big bundle.
They had a huge Wii bundle, and they also had a DSi XL
Right,
bundle.
the big one.
And they wanted to sell all the Wii stuff together.
We wanted to
They
split
wanted to
it
sell all the
up,
DS
right.
stuff together, and we kept trying to split it up, and then finally you got this game.
They basically, we see this a lot, overpricing of Wii bundles at garage sales. I see it so often.
They think it's worth like $100 for some reason, even though the Wii is virtually worthless.
The worst time frame for it, period. It will be worth more in 5 years.
It'll be worth more in 5 years because every Wii that I've come across does not work.
Right.
They all have the same disc reader.
They all have little problems. But again, if you went back in time to 2007, I bet people would just be giving away GameCube stuff. So
they still are.
If you find a yard sale where people but we don't see any ever.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We see Wii stuff every 5 seconds. If you find a yard sale, people giving away GameCube games,
usually not game. Usually it's the system. Usually we find the system.
We find the system a fair amount. My point is that buy Wii games right now while you can.
Yes.
We ended up picking this up for, was it just $5?
I think you got it for $5.
We got it for $5.
That's pretty cheap for a Pokemon game.
Pokemon Battle Revolution. It's probably it's a $20 range game, and I'm gonna keep it. But again, the system they wanted like something like $80 for, but then they undervalue games, and this happens all the time. Like, we want $200 for the system. It comes with a Wii Fit balance board. But here's a Mario game for free, or here's a Pokemon game for free.
Doesn't make any sense.
So scoop up games right now while you can, cheap. But again, you're always gonna run into those overpriced Wii hoarders. Yeah. People, I swear, are selling them for more now than they were new. Back in like 2008. What are they? I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know. Also, was this for?
We got these for free or just for a quarter. We didn't show the footage of it, but it's kind of a cool find.
2 Game Boy Advance SP cases. They're pretty cool, actually. I'm guessing the system goes here, and then you just fill up this little pouch with games. It's pretty neat. I would have loved to have something like this as a kid.
I've never seen those.
No, I haven't either.
I see this other one. I see this one all the time.
But that one, the bad thing about that one is that you can't hold nearly as much.
No.
Like this has like this stupidly huge pocket.
And and this other one can like scratch the surface of it with the games, basically, because they rub together.
I guess this could too.
But anyway, my point being, when we got these, I looked around and I saw them. People will usually just give away bags and peripherals to games. If you have a keen eye, you can add another bag to put your collection into. Or if you're a reseller, you can bundle this with said Game Boy SP that you will find in the future. Eventually, and then you can bundle this, and then there's your value, and also it'll help with shipping. It'll put right in there. So as a collector or a reseller, keep an eye out for things like this. People give them away, and
they're really nice. I like them a lot.
They're going to be harder and harder to find as the future continues as well. So many of these end up in dumps or who knows
Garbage
where.
Can.
So let's get into the Goodwill find this last weekend that literally saved the day. Oh yeah, we forgot about this.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering yard sale. Got excited for about 1 minute until I heard that they were like, oh, all the rares and stuff were taken out and sold on eBay. So it's just commons, it was junk. 10 cents a piece. If I had a keen eye and I was actually really into Magic right now, I could have gotten some good cards for my deck, or some of these common.
Because there's some good common cards.
Filler cards, but I didn't feel like looking through. There's 10,000 cards there. I didn't feel like looking through it.
Could spend all day.
Right. They did mention they had one N64 game for $5, and it was GoldenEye. It was thrown off to the side, and $5 I did not want to buy it for, so I offered him $1. He came down to $2, and I picked it up. Again, it is beat up, but an N64 game of name for $2, especially on a day when we didn't find a damn thing. I'm not going to complain too much about it. So we picked this up, and then that was it. That was all the video games items for last week.
One game
at the garage sales, but again, Goodwill kind of came in the clutch here as we were driving home. We'd already eaten our Rubios. We were about to go to my house. We decided to stop off, and I'm like, yeah, we haven't seen anything here for months, but of course, on the carts, we see these.
It's always the ones that don't make it out that you can get.
Nowadays, you have to find it on the carts, because once it hits shelves, it's gone.
Exactly.
Someone's going to take it home.
Another Harvest Moon game, A Wonderful Life. I went from having no Harvest Moon games to almost a complete collection. Overnight. Terrible, awful condition.
And no instruction booklet.
And no instruction booklet, which is unfortunate, especially for these type of games, because there's so many intricacies, and I can't look at that instruction booklet because it's a different game, and so on and so forth. So
you can't look at Google, though.
And then, of course, there's...
Someone bought this used at GameStop.
Tags everywhere.
Yeah, $10 at some point at a GameStop. And someone got this at Bookman's.
For $22.50.
When? For 2014.
That's actually...
crazy that they just bought it and then just straight donated it to Goodwill less than a year later.
That's weird. Super Mario Sunshine. Glad to find that. Of course, the manual is once again
missing.
Gone. I don't know what people do with the manuals. Just leave it in there. This one's pretty decent condition though. It'll definitely work. Back's got another GameStop label.
And both players' choice. So it could have been better, but it certainly could have been way worse. Than a Mario and a Harvest Moon game on GameCube at a Goodwill. Again, we found them right on that cart. And to comment really quick, someone just commented on our channel about this like 2 weeks ago. They said a lot of times game stores will donate junky inventory to Goodwills as like a tax write-off.
That's not a bad idea.
And someone had to have done that here because there was just dozens of sports games, racing games, pretty much every worthless game you can imagine, and there's probably 100 at that Goodwill.
There were a lot of doubles too.
There was like dozens of like Madden 04, dozens of them. If you were to walk around the store, you would have found way more of those too. I only showed a couple clips, but around the store there's dozens more. So basically, some game store probably donated those, got a tax write-off, or possibly a reseller that wanted to just get rid of all that junk
for tax write-off.
But the comment I made to Fanta, and I'm sure I'm wrong, but I wouldn't have bought every game in that store for $4, and that's how much they want per game.
I wouldn't have bought them individually for $4, but if you handed me the entire thing for $4, I would have thrown away all the sports games and kept Max Payne's, and then
kept the cases.
I think I saw Unreal Tournament and a couple other games.
Could have kept the cases, I guess. And
the cases,
a couple decent games, but yeah, I probably wouldn't have. Too much hassle.
Cases.
But speaking of spending a bunch of money, this Craigslist lot, we have not had a Craigslist find for.
It's been a while.
At least 6 months. And we're going to do a video talking about it. Craigslist is pretty much dead, even hair. It survived in Tucson probably 2 years longer than most other places. Everywhere else, it's like it is right now. And it's been like that for 2 or 3 years. Hair, it's just recently kind of killed over dead. Mm-hmm. But I did find a nice lot. Initially, this guy wanted a whopping $500 for this lot. And I saw pure quality there, but I couldn't have spent $500.
$500.
It's probably worth about $500. I could not have spent that on Craigslist.
No.
I offered him $300. He immediately shot the offer down. He came back to me 2 days later though, and he's like, "Hey, would you take $400?" I again said no. I'm like, I gotta stick with $300. And then 1 day later, he said, "Hey, I'm down with $300. Can we meet, today?" So I met. It was real close. It was at Chipotle over by Foothills Mall. So I met him. Got Chipotle and got this awesome lot.
Nice.
Alright, YouTube. This camera, for whatever reason, does not allow you to film longer than 20 minutes, which is stupid beyond belief. I don't know what the policy is. It's something in Europe, but we can't film longer than 20 minutes. And it won't reoccur like the GoPro will. So I'm going to show you this Craigslist find I got really quick. $300. The guy initially wanted $500 for this. It's probably worth over $500. It's probably a decent price he was asking if he was selling it in an eBay environment or in a store. But on Craigslist, you should never ask for retail value for items. I think that's dumb, specifically video games. So I offered him $300. He declined immediately, and then a couple days later, he came back at me for $400, and I said no, I got to stick to $300. And I'm glad I did, because a day later, he then said he would take my $300 offer. So we met at a Chipotle, and I got all this stuff, and then I bought Chipotle. So $300. This is a really nice lot. We'll kind of speed through it here because I don't trust this camera one bit. Over here we got a Game Boy Advance, as the camera can't focus. A Game Boy Advance, original system, not an AGS 101, but in really nice condition. The screen is pretty close to flawless. Not a lot of scratches or anything, so it's looking really, really good. Rare color. I don't see red too often. I see cobalt blue all the time. I never see red, as people are storming into my house right now. So, and then we'll show off the games here. Fire Emblem, the first one, and Sacred Stones. I've never played the first one. I played Sacred Stones a lot back in the day, but never played that first one. Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red, both are authentic, and both have working event batteries, or whatever the hell it's called on Game Boy. Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby, and Golden Sun 1 and Golden Sun The Lost Age. Two really fun RPGs that came out on the original Game Boy, or the Game Boy Advance rather, and I believe this was a launch title with the Game Boy Advance, if I'm not mistaken. Hopping into the DS and 3DS games, Pokemon X and Y on the 3DS. Two brand new games here, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. Cool to see someone that had both of those. He must have spent a fortune on this lot. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and probably the most exciting game in the lot, at least for me, Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Never played the 3DS Golden Sun. I've heard kind of mixed reviews, but I will be keeping this game 100%, and after I sell some of this other stuff, this will be pretty much free into my collection. It looks like he spent $15 back in the day at Bookman's on it. Pokemon Platinum up here in a Game Trader's case. It's completely fake case. The game is real though, and that's all that matters. The case is just like a junky, generic case that Game Traders obviously had back in the day. Two real breadwinners right here. Pokemon Soul Silver and Pokemon Heart Gold. Unfortunately not complete, but still can't complain. And Pokemon White and Black 2. Weird games, but awesome games. Still Pokemon games. And Fire Emblem Awakening here. This is a really fun game on the 3DS. I own it already. But if you don't have it, I recommend you pick it up. Pretty interesting story, and of course really fun. Kind of an RTS, turn-based RPG, if you will. It's a really fun game. A lot like Final Fantasy Tactics as a comparison. And then over here, last but not least, the all-black model of the 3DS XL. I don't see this one too often. Kind of a later release for the 3DS XL, if I'm not mistaken. But again, it's not time to buy these 3DS XLs. Be looking for the new 3DS XLs, as they're going to be required in the future to play quite a few games. At least one right now, but possibly more in the future. And then a cool little case here. Nintendo DS case that comes with it all. But anyway, yeah, all of this for $300 cash. Certainly a good value. Not insane deal by any means, but I'd value all this stuff at over $500. So for $300, a very nice deal. I'll be able to keep some of these games for free and resell to get my money back. And that is it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. By next week, we'll have everything sorted out. We'll have the audio issues sorted out, and we'll have the stupid splitting at 20 minutes bullcrap sorted out. Retro Liberty uses this same camera, so I'm going to probably message them and see how they got over that issue. But that is it for us, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon. Take care.